Now first see positive radicals. What we will write? Positive radicals. Write down the example. Sodium. Okay. You can write there sodium plus Fe2 plus Ag plus Al3 plus Cr3 plus. You can write like these examples. I am repeating once again that. Write down Na plus means sodium plus. Okay. Then afterwards write down the Fe2 plus. So if you want to see, you will get here. Here those are plus. That all are the positive radicals. And those are minus. They are the negative radicals. Now you see, you have tried the basic radicals. So basic radicals front of you. You can write there basic radicals same. Here L3 plus. You can write there Cr3 plus, H plus, Na plus, K plus, C. These all are the basic radicals. The next one, composite radicals. So which are the composite radicals? Means those are showing properties of both acidic as well as basic.
Which are the basic
Or you can
radicals?
write SO4 2 minus. You have to write SO4 2 minus. So like this, suppose SO4 2 minus. Then next one you can write NH4 plus. Are you writing it, students? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I'm not reading your voice. Somebody have to speak.
Yes, sir. Writing.
You are getting my voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So,
Yeah.
like this, we can write H2SO4 is also basic.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, what you told about basic radicals?
Basic radicals is where we have seen. It shows the basic nature. Like this H plus, sodium. Okay. Once again, you want that topic, basic radicals, acidic radicals.
No, sir. Answer I want you example.
Answer.
Basic radicals.
Directly written here, basic radicals, you can see directly in front of you. See, directly written here, basic radical and acidic radicals in front of you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now then, metals with variable valency. Now, metals with variable valency, just we have seen here. Metals with variable valency, where is it? See, in front of you, this copper, mercury, iron. You can write this symbol and its valency. Okay. Getting it? This 3 is sufficient for it. You can write this whole table as it is, no problem about it. Then, bivalent acidic radicals. Bivalent acidic radicals. So these we can write S2 minus. Then second one O2 minus, Ac2 minus. Okay, I am writing here. Which is that? S2 minus. What is it? S2 minus. Like this, you can write here. Today it's not working properly. S2 minus, then O2 minus, like this you can write here example. Okay, got it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Trivalent. So having valency 3. So which is that? Al3 plus, then Cr3 plus. You can see here trivalent 3 plus 3 plus. Those are written here that you can write as the trivalent. And bivalent means 2 plus or 2 minus. Here acidic, then 2 minus, and basic means plus. Getting it? Yes or no? Samajhte ka?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, we have to see, write the symbols of the following elements and radicals obtained from them and indicate the charge on the radicals. What is this? Write the symbols of the following elements. Suppose first is given there mercury. What is its symbol? Will tell me. We have seen
Hg.
G. And what we have to write? Radicals obtained from them and indicate the charge is there on the radicals. So very simple thing. Mercurous, free radicals, that is a mercurous Hg plus. What is it? Hg plus. Yes, see. Mercurous Hg plus. Then about the potassium, there is a which charge is there? Positive charge is there, means K plus. What you write? K plus. Then about the nitrogen we have seen, it's show their negative. About the nitrogen, it will go and you'll see here. So it gives, I think it's yeah. You're not given example, so I'm going to write here example in front of you that you can write. So it's their free radicals azide nitrate, that is a N3 minus upside. Then you can write NO3 nitrous trioxide. We know that. Okay, like this you can write the answer. Okay, then sulfur. About the sulfur, we know its symbol is yes. Symbol is yes, and we know how we can write sulfur. SO4 to S2 minus, like this we can write their free radicals. Okay, here 2 minus you can write. Then second one S2 minus. Okay, so like this you can write the answer. About the carbon, so carbon we know its symbol is C. Carbon symbol is C, and we are getting the carbide. Then carbon. Carbon is there. Carbide means here you can write C minus for the carbide. What is it? Carbide. Then next one is there. You could see that is a carbon means you could see CH2, C2H4. We have seen this. These all are the methane, ethane. These all groups are the methane, ethane that we have to write here carbon in the carbon. Then about the copper Cu. It's a copper Cu. So cuprous we can write here. Cuprous Cu plus. Okay. Getting it or not? Are you getting it, students?
Sir, please tell again.
Okay. So now here again I'm going to start from the mercury. Just okay, I'll share here whiteboard with you, since it's easy to you. Okay. Suppose you would write here element in first. Today, due to the bench, I'm not getting it properly to write on it. Okay. Here first column element, second symbols. Okay. I'm trying to write, but due to surface is not well. So this is happening symbols, and third one we would write free radicals like this. Okay. So first one is their mercury. So you would write there about the mercury, their mercurous. Okay, free radicals here like this you can write, and then write the mercury. You would write here spelling mercury. Then its symbol is there Hg, and free radicals means how many which charges are there present, Hg plus, and that is a mercurous. It's called the mercurous. Got it? Outright. Second, potassium. About the potassium, you know that its symbol is the K, and it's also there. It shows the K plus potassium. It's having the capability to lose the electron. Okay. Then third one, you will see there nitrogen. Nitrogen is its symbol is there N, and you can write there azide nitrate means here you can write N3 minus, or you can write NO. Nitrate is here we are writing, so like this minus we can write. Then nitrite NO2 minus. Then copper is there, you know its symbol is there Cu, and we can write here Cu plus. What we can write here Cu plus. This way we have to go. Then about the sulfur, you know its symbol is there yes. Sulfur symbol is yes, and then you can write there about the sulfur S2 minus, like this you can write, or you can write there SO4 2 minus like this. Okay, so you can write like these answers. Okay, or you can write the sulfate, sulfides, that all things. Then carbon, about the carbon, we know its symbol is there C, and we can write its carbide triple, that is C, and then we can write the carbon means CH2 group, like the CH2. Carbon means this ethene group CH2. Okay, then chlorine, for chlorine we know that Cl, here we will get its their negative radical, that is here free radical will be there negative sign, so Cl minus. About the oxygen, we know it's oxygen, and we are getting that O2 minus. Now got it everyone? Yes or no? Friends, are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Anybody is having problem here? Yes or no? Everybody understood it? Can I take
Yes,
next?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll see the next question. What is next question here? Sorry. So write the steps introducing the chemical formula of the following compounds. What is their first? Sodium sulfate. We have to write how to write this formula, that only we have to show you. First thing. Okay. So how will go? Sodium sulfate. Write down first. Today handwriting is not well, then you can understand. Okay. I think I'm trying to handle it, but it's not coming like this properly. Sodium sulfate. Okay, so what is the sodium? We know its symbol is A, and for sulfate you should know it's SO4. Got it? Now write the symbols of the radicals. Sodium Na, sulfate SO4. Then valency. What is the valency of sodium? 1. We have done already, because we know its atomic number 281. And about the SO4, its valence is 2. Just we have seen in the free radicals, its valence is there 2 minus. Okay, here plus 1, here 2 minus. And then we have to cross multiply this. We have to cross multiply this, and then we'll get the answer. What is that? Na2SO4. Getting it? How to find out this chemical formula, molecular formula of it? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? If anybody is having their doubt, please ask me. This is the chemical formula for sodium sulfate. By that 4 steps already mentioned in our textbook, just you should know what is the symbol of sodium and sulfate, and then you should know about its valency or atomic numbers. Got it? Anybody is having their doubt, please you can ask me. सगळ्यांना समजतंय का? नाही समजते? फर्स्ट स्टेप काय करायची?
Yes.
रॅडिकलचे सिम्बॉल्स लिहायचे. सोडियम आणि सल्फेटचं. सोडियमचं सिम्बॉल काय Na लिहून घेतला. सल्फेटचं काय SO4. संपला विषय, झाला. निम्मा आन्सर झालं इथं. त्यानंतर पुढचं जर बघितलं आपण, काय करायचं आपल्याला? त्यांच्यामध्ये मग व्हॅलेन्स इलेक्ट्रॉन्स किती आहेत? काय शोधायचे? व्हॅलेन्स इलेक्ट्रॉन किती आहेत? मग व्हॅलेन्सी किती त्याची? सोडियमची 1 आहे. आपल्याला माहिती आहे Na+ दाखवतो तो, कारण त्याचा ॲटॉमिक नंबर किती? 11. मग शेवटचा 1 दाखवतो, आणि याचं किती दाखवतो? 2. जस्ट आपण बघितलं. मग काय करायचं? यांच्या दोघांचं क्रॉस मल्टिप्लिकेशन. मग क्रॉस मल्टिप्लिकेशन Na2 आणि SO4 रेगलाच येतो, म्हणून ते आपला हा त्याचा झाला केमिकल फॉर्म्युला. आता कोणाला काही अडचण नसावी आय थिंक. काय अजून पण?
No, sir.
Okay. Now we have to see the second, that is the potassium nitrate. So second one is there, you have to take potassium nitrate. So potassium, you should know potassium, their symbol, that is a K. What is the symbol?
K.
K. And nitrate NO3. What is it? NO3. And just we have seen potassium having their plus, what is it? Positive charge on it. And NO3 is their negative charge. Okay. So when we are going to write, that time we are getting it both having their only one valence electrons. How many? One. 3 minus here and K plus. So we can do directly cross multiplication. You have write stepwise. I am writing directly. So here you will get K NO3. Got it, everyone? How to write this chemical formula? First step, you have to write its radicals, their symbols. Then second step, you have to find out its valency. And third step, you have to cross multiplication. And fourth step, you will get the formula. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So only few students are giving response, others are, I think, sleeping. Correct, no? No. Okay, good students. So now here we have to take the next, that is a ferric phosphate. Ferric phosphate. Write first ferric phosphate word as it is and then start it. Okay. For ferric, for your kind information, what we are getting? Ferric Fe. What we are getting? Fe for ferrous. Okay, we have written there ferrous Fe. Then phosphate. Phosphate there, symbol is there PO4. What is it? PO4. And for your kind information, ferric means there are how many free radicals? 3 radicals. And phosphate also how many radicals? 3 radicals. Okay. So
3.
next step, cross multiply it. We'll get there. What you will get? Can you tell me? Directly, because
Fe3.
so you directly
FePO4.
write there FePO4 because both having the same radicals, means same their charge, positive negative charge. We know that it can combine together, so we can't write there. You can write like this also, but what is given the ferric, and that time we are not writing this 3. Remember, understood? Why we are not writing 3 here? Because it's mentioned ferric phosphate. If it's mentioned like this ferrous phosphate, no, then we can write there 3. But actually it's not mentioned like this. Okay, got it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, next one is there about the calcium oxide. So calcium oxide, yeah, you have to write by stepwise your all things. Then write first calcium oxide. Then first step is there. Write the symbol. Okay, calcium oxide I written. So for calcium, I know the symbol is there Ca. And for oxygen, this oxide here we have to write just O. How many that we are going to decide afterwards. Now calcium, its valence is there 2, and oxygen's valence is also 2. So we'll get that.
2.
What will get answer? CaO. Getting it? Yes or no? Calcium oxide.
Yes, sir.
Now next one we are going to see fifth one, no? That is the aluminum hydroxide. Aluminum hydroxide. So what you will get about the aluminum? Aluminum molecular formula, do you know? It's aluminum. Symbol is there Al. What is the symbol? Al. And hydroxide means OH. Hydroxide means OH. And when we are going to speak about the aluminum hydroxide, that time aluminum's valency is 3 and hydroxide 1. Then cross multiply it. But you will get ALOH. Got it, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now we are going to see next question. That is the question number 4. Write answer the following questions and explain your answers. What is this? Explain the monovalency of the element sodium. Monovalency of the sodium. Monovalency means what? Will tell me?
Single valence.
Yeah, it's single valence. So while we have to write its information, that time we are going to write like this. Very simple. I'm going to just whatever words I'm going to speak, that also listen carefully, students. Okay. So Sodium, its atomic number is 11. Sodium's atomic number is 11. Okay, so we can write its electronic configuration. What will get? 2, 8, 1. And so outermost orbit, there is only one electron is present, so its valence is 1. Okay. Second thing, monovalency we got. Yes, and then we can write. So it has the one electron in the last set, so which means it has a one valence electron. In order to stability acquiring the nearest noble gas configuration, sodium prefers to lose the one electron. What sodium is trying to lose the one electron instead of accepting another 7 electron, it lose its own one electron, and due to that reason it's having their positive charge, and that is called the monovalent. Okay, got it? Yes or no? So first of all, what you
Yes,
write?
sir.
Sodium is the metal which having the atomic number.
Yes, sir.
See that I am repeating the answer. You can note down this answer. Sodium, which is the metal which having their atomic number 11, and in its outermost orbit or outermost cell, there is a one electron is present, and this one electron it can easily lose in the reaction. Due to that reason, this sodium is called monovalent. Got it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now second,
Yes, sir.
we are going to see here what is the second question. C. M is the bivalent metal. Write down the steps to find the chemical formula of its compound. Form with the radical sulfate and phosphate. See that. Read the question again. M is the bivalent metal. We don't know which metal is there, but it's bivalent. And bivalent means it's having the 2 plus. What is it? 2 plus. Then write down the steps to find the chemical formulae of its compounds with the radical sulfate and phosphate. Sulfate we know SO4, and phosphate also we know PO4. Yes. So then we have to write. How we can write? See here, I'm going to write first thing. So first step wise you can write bivalent means its valency is 2 plus. Valency is 2 plus. Then step 1 with sulfate. Okay, here step 1 for sulfate MsO4. Here 2 plus, here 2 minus. And then what will happen? Cross multiplication. We'll get the answer, that is step 4 MS4. You have to write all step wise, remember. Getting it? Yes or no? With the sulfate and with
Yes, sir.
the phosphate, I am going to write here. So same thing is there, M2 plus, but phosphate here we have to write. So M, write its symbol first, and then phosphate just we have seen PO4. Okay, correct. So what is the valency of it? 2. But here valency is 3. We have seen its valency is 3, and then cross multiply it. What you will get now? M3. What you will get? M3 and PO4 bracket suffix 2. Getting it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
समजले सगळ्यांना? काही अडचणी घ्यायच्यात? फॉस्फेट म्हणजे PO4 घ्यायची, त्याची व्हॅलेन्सी 3 आहे, आणि SO4 मीन्स सल्फेट आहे, आणि त्याची व्हॅलेन्सी किती आहे? 2. So now we are going to take the next question. That question is there. Explain the need for a reference. Explain the need for a reference atom for atomic mass. Give some information about 2 reference atoms. Okay. So what is there? We have to consider. Explain the need for a reference atom for atomic mass. Give some information. So we have taken already this. You will get here directly answer. See where I am showing reference atom which we have taken, hydrogen atom. Which atom we have taken? Hydrogen atom. And in that we have written all things. So where is it mentioned? Can you tell me about the reference atom? So here you can see atomic mass. The mass upon nitrogen is 14. So these examples are there given. So you have to write answer. See that. First, you have to write this answer until here. Okay, in this, which C. Then afterwards, we have to write about it. A reference from, you can start it a reference. Okay, then until this you can write and example. So you can write this example one is here up to here. Get it? Point wise answer. You can write first one this, then second one a reference atom was required for expressing up to the P plus here, and then second one the carbon atom was. Okay, got it? This is a first thing.
Yes, sir.
Underline or tick mark it. I'm going to again share this video. Don't worry about it. You can write it. Now, see, I'm going to take the next question. If anybody is hanged out, you can ask there, okay, in that topic. Now, see, B. B is there? Yeah. What is meant by unified atomic mass? Now, will tell me unified atomic mass? So here about the unified mass, we are getting the very simple, that is a standard unit. We are using Dalton. What we are using? Dalton, and we know that 1 Dalton is equal to how much, and 1 unified mass is equal to 1 Dalton. Where is it given? Can you tell me about the Dalton information? See here. The molecular of substance is the sum of the atomic masses, and like the it's only just about the Dalton is given, but we have to write accepted as unified mass has now been accepted as the unit of this. You have to write answer until here. Okay, this much your answer for this. Getting it? Yes or no? Samastay ka? This is a for D1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just
Yes.
and you have to write here just one definition like this answer. So what is that? The unified atomic mass unit or Dalton is a standard unit of mass that qualifies or quantifies mass of an atomic or molecular scale. Just you have to write in it. Others as it is, no need to change. Now, next one we are going to see question number same E1 is there. What is the E? You can read here. Explain the with examples what is meant by a mole of a substance. Now, what is a mole of substance? Where we are learn mole of substance? Can you tell me? Where we have seen? So again, those students read it, they will get easily. They didn't, they have to read it. Okay. So about the 1 mole of substance, we have seen their mole. Where we have seen this C about the mole. Okay. So from this you can write the answer. So first of all, you write your definition. Okay, Daltons up to here, and then you can write this example too. And downside you can write here about this one, the number of moles. So you can write from Avogadro's number, this scientist, and you can write up to here. A mole of substance is equal to. Getting it, everyone? Yes or no? Yes or no? Please tell me. Yeah, I'm giving it for you. And if you are getting it, then
Yes, sir.
yes or no, so give me reply immediately.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the we have completed after the question number 4. We have to see now question number 5. See that those students require their digest and other things, they will get now. We are getting all answers in textbook only. Yeah, just we have to write in our own word. It's nothing that difficult task for you. You are English medium student, you can write it easily. Correct, no? Yes or no? So next one question there, write the names of the following compounds and reduce their molecular masses. So I'm going to continue it tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we are going to complete this exercise. Okay, students, if anybody is hanged out, you can ask me. Anybody is having? Yes or no? Give some. Yes or no?